All right, here we go. Five, four, three, two. Yo. Welcome back to Still the Shit Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Be your boy Johnny on here on this Tuesday morning. Welcome back, you guys. Hope you guys had a good weekend and a good Monday night and whatever. But yeah, man, I'm on here, you know what I'm saying, just to do my little recap of week 5 of the NFL. And yeah, man, my parlay. Well, I thought I was almost close with my parlay and everything. But before we even get into anything, I want you guys to like and subscribe to us. You know what I'm saying? Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Spread the word about us if you want to. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate anybody and everybody who actually comes and checks out the show. But you know what I'm saying? So don't forget to like and subscribe to us. And we're pretty much like almost everywhere on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music. Last week I didn't post the episodes. I was just letting it run on YouTube and everything. But anyways, yeah, we're gonna get up in here. So normally when I do these Tuesday morning shows, is pretty much the theme of it is my beef with teams. Like there are a number of teams that I have beef with coming into coming into the following week, because these teams kind of like these were the teams that messed my parlay up. So this week right now, the teams that I got beef with right now is Philadelphia Eagles, the New York Giants, Arizona Cardinals, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Buffalo Bills, and the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's get into it. First off, I'm going to start off with the Monday Night Football with Kansas City's versus Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, I have to tip my hats off or salute to the Jacksonville Jaguars. This has been a team because this team played my team in week 1, which is the Carolina Panthers, and I noticed, the growth of the Jaguars. I said that the Jaguars are going to be good, but but as far as they go is as far as Trevor Lawrence will take them. Trevor Lawrence did his thing last night. I mean, answering back from the little mistakes that not the little, these were like big mistakes. The mistakes that were created in the first half of the game on the side of Jacksonville. Jacksonville came back and rallied themselves to come back and take the win from the Kansas City Chiefs. This doesn't take anything away from the Kansas City Chiefs on this one. It's just that the Jacksonville Jaguars is a good team that I've been saying. Little things that they have to clean up and everything, but that last drive that Trevor Lawrence, oh my goodness. I'm not going to say it was spectacular, but wow, man. That was a good example of we fall down, but we get up. You know what I mean? Boy got the snap, fell, got up, broke a tackle, and ran it in for the game-winning touchdown. You can't say nothing more, nothing less on that one. You know what I mean? That was games this week that was just ugly. Games that were ugly straight up. And the cool thing about this is there are no more undefeated teams out there. There are no more undefeated teams out there. There are no more teams without a loss. So everyone has a win. Everyone has a loss. And the Chiefs, they did nothing bad. It was pretty much one of those typical games where it was a good old, punch exchange type of matches right here with the Jags and the Chiefs. I cannot take anything away from the Jags. They earned this win, and this is really going to put them on notice with people. You beat the Chiefs on a Monday Night Football game. When's the last time we can actually remember the Jags doing that? You can't. So this is a new team right here, man. Yeah, this is a new team right here, and people really gonna have to start putting respect on the Jags names, especially out here in Houston, because most Texan fans just be shitting on Jaguars who the Jags is. I'm like, I know, man, I know. It pretty much is who are the Jags, but now you gotta recognize who the fuck the Jacksonville Jaguars are right here. You know what I'm saying? Resilient defense too. That defense is so cold. I might have to pick them up on waivers. I could say that openly because nobody in my league watches Steer the Shit podcast, so I could definitely say, yeah, I'm going to get Jacksonville Jaguars for my defense. Because I got the Buffalo Bills as my defense, but Buffalo give me my points. But I know for sure, Jacksonville will give me my points. You know what I mean? That's like number one team. That defense is like what I guess number one in creating takeovers. Like they not takeaways. They create takeaways. Certain people luck up on takeaways. They create that shit. So good, good shit, Jacksonville. Real good shit. Even though they fucked up my parlay and they were an underdog in this game. What was the underdog score? Damn, I don't even have it written down in this one. Oof. But anyways, I know they were the underdog. I think they were the underdog at like a 3.5 spread or whatnot. So yeah, that was good shit from the Cardinals. No, I mean from that was good shit from the Jags. All right, next up on deck, I have the Sunday night football game with the Bills versus the Pats. Bills versus the Patriots. That game right there. Going into the game, everybody thought that the Bills was going to beat the Patriots. I think the Bills themselves thought that they was going to beat the Patriots. They was going to have a walk. They was going to have like a walk in the park game with these dudes and whatnot. We all forget Stefon Diggs' revenge game, right? Stefon Diggs is coming back to Buffalo, and he's ready to play. I mean, he rallied the troops as a leader up in there because when the last time we can remember Stefon Diggs actually having a 100+ yard game? When's the last time you can remember that? Thank you. Because I can't remember that neither. So thank you. So, he rallied the troops. The Patriots came to play. Buffalo didn't. All because of the sloppy ass takeovers and all the sloppy ass turnovers. I keep saying takeovers. The sloppy ass turnovers. Just based on those alone, I could be like, Buffalo did not come to play. They didn't come to play at all. But I cannot take that away from the Patriots because this is like in the NFL, any given Sunday, you know what I mean? Even when I was looking at the Buffalo Bills schedule and I thought, hey, Buffalo is going to have a perfect season. They can get a perfect season. For real. Like, they just, like, this is one thing you can know that we know right here. Like, everything ain't handed to you in this league. Maybe when it came to, like, I don't know, the previous years when it came to the Chiefs, but everything ain't handed to you this year and whatnot. Not this year for sure. Because rightfully so, Patriots earned that victory. Because like I said, they came to play. Even when you thought that Drake May was going to get tackled and he throw the ball away and he just throws it in the vicinity of Stefon Diggs. Diggs is going to catch that shit and capitalize on it. They came to play. And now it's getting like that. And I like this year's league right now because it's like no win is certain. No win is guaranteed. You know what I mean? And it's crazy. Like, no win is certain and no win is guaranteed. When I have to say on that one, because I'm going to get off that game because that was not that much that was bad on the game for me to, like, really key in. Only the turnovers. And out of the 3 turnovers that Buffalo created, 2 of them, I want to say came on Josh Allen. I know the first one they with the fumble. The other one, I think Josh Allen threw an interception. I kind of want to say, I think he did. Yeah, he threw a pick. So, well, all that, what I was just saying, you know what I'm saying, like, no win is guaranteed in here. We're going to go into the Sunday games and everything. And when I really mean that no win is guaranteed, we're going to go in this trash-ass game that happened with the Tennessee Titans versus the Arizona Cardinals. How in the world, in the first half, you were up by 15? Well, Miami was up by 17, and Carolina came back and beat them. But no, Miami didn't just give the game up like how Cardinals gave up the game. They played like shit. I saw turnovers being created. I saw fucking passes that were just being done in by Kyler Murray. I saw things where I'm sitting here like, are y'all trying to give the game away to the Tennessee Titans? Well, congratulations. You handed the Tennessee Titans their first win of the season. It wasn't the prettiest win. It really wasn't like I cannot take that victory away from them. So I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but I cannot take that victory away from them because even though I said last week, Tennessee just need a win. They just need a win. Just give them a W. They just need that one win just to give them some type of resurgence to get through the season. Because it's going to be still a rough season for the Tennessee Titans. For the Cardinals, I don't know, man. But, like, just running into the you running the ball in, you letting the shit go before you even cross the planes. This is the second time that shit kind of happened in the league right here. I'm like you, even the stupid ass the fumble recovery for a touchdown, that was crazy. The whole game was ridiculous. But no win is guaranteed. No win is given to you in this league. You see that. We definitely saw that in this game. I'm thinking like, come on, man. Cardinals gonna beat the Cardinals gonna beat the Tennessee Titans straight up. Y'all gonna beat and whatever. I mean, like y'all literally just gave that game away. That was like, here, I want this win. You want the you got the win. Trash. All right, so we're gonna get off that trash ass game right there, and then we're gonna like look into one game where it's like I believed in this team, but then y'all just let me down, and I'm like, it is what it is. And as the Giants when they were at New Orleans. Now, I want to apologize to New Orleans because I know the Saints play hard. I know they play hard. Even within those losses, they play hard. You know what I mean? Spencer Rattler plays hard. You know, he don't really put the Saints in jeopardy, but it's like, do you blame him for not putting them in the best spot? Do you blame the head coach and more not putting them in the blame in a safe spot, well, in a comfortable spot in order for them to win? I guess, you know, they still trying to figure things out with them and they trying to still figure things out within the offensive system. But with the Giants, the mistakes that were being created on their side of the football had to be rookie mistakes, I have to say. But we cannot be lenient with these rookies and be like, these are rookie mistakes. Interceptions, turnovers are not rookie mistakes. You know what I mean? That's undisciplined mistakes. So I think New York still has more growing to do. They still have more development to do. But they got their quarterback. They got everybody on there. I think they still need more development. They wasn't ready for the Saints, even though they beat the Chargers. But that's crazy shit too. So with that being said, let's transition over to the Chargers game. Washington versus LA. Chargers, what the hell is going on? Do not tell me Joe Alt was that important to the protection of Justin Herbert, to where Herbert looked like they'll get a touchdown and then they run out of gas. Herbert is on my fantasy team. He's on my fantasy league. So it's like, what the hell is going on over there? I had to watch this game and whatnot. I'm like, you can get pressure on him. You can get pressure to Justin Herbert by them losing their left tackle like that. Joe Alt was that important. He was that important to that line. Goodness gracious. So it's like, I don't know what the Chargers have to do and whatnot, but then again, Washington, I should have never had doubts in Washington. Jaden Daniels, I should have never had doubts in Jaden Daniels. They rallied the troops together and they got away with the win. I think the score was 17-10, so a just win. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know what's going on with them Chargers. I don't know. And the next week, the Chargers got to play Miami, and I'm thinking about picking Miami. That'd be crazy as shit if Miami beats y'all. If Miami beats the Chargers, yeah, it's time to start reassessing the damn the AFC West a little bit. Like, it's really starting to really like I just don't want to see them lose. If they lose to them, I'm gonna have to reassess the entire AFC West on who's good and who's bad. Y'all making me take my shit back on this might be the best division in football. That's why Broncos gonna take over. And with that being said, we gonna transition ourselves over to Denver versus Philly. Wow. The game is never over till it's truly over. And Denver is like the perfect example of that right there, because Philly had this game. Philly had the game. They had it. But 18 unanswered points in the fourth quarter is not gonna make it. It's not gonna make it. And that brings me back to why I used to point out on Philadelphia that defense is not the same defense of last year. It's not. But then again, this game was a pretty good game. What the score was like, what, 18 or 17? This was still a good game. I love me some defensive ball. I love me some defensive ball. That's just me, defensive player, right? And just watching Denver doing what Denver does. It's a prime example where most teams also most teams have to adopt this thought where it's like the game is never over till it's over. It ain't over till it's over. And yeah, man, Denver's a resilient team. They really is, man. I like teams that have grit about them, and Denver's one of them for sure. And the last game that I want to I think I touched on all the games. I touched on all the games that I had to talk about. So pretty much, yeah, that's right here. That's the episode. That's the episode. Normally I just make these episodes just like a recap on like what happened to the parlay and whatnot. And yeah. So anyways, thank you guys for rocking with me. Little quick 15 minutes and everything. So if y'all enjoyed the show, if you like the show, please like and subscribe. You could leave a comment to your boy and everything like that. You can follow me on my Instagram, which is at Mr. Johnny Woe. Follow the Steer the Ship page on Instagram at Steer the Ship. I don't have an X account. Facebook, Steer the Ship Radio. And yeah, man, I just hope you guys have a good week out there. And I will see you guys, not Friday, but I'll see you guys Saturday with the hunt for the parlay. I'm going to put something out about for Thursday night's football game and everything. So you guys have a good week, and I'll see you this weekend. Peace.